Hey, Todd here on location, and this week I'm going to go ahead and go over part B of a question that was asked once before, and that is, can I, with my Ford truck that has a inverter generator, what we call it generator, charge my RV while I'm going down the road? Hey, welcome to another one of Todd's 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday, brought to you by the National RV Training Academy. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. A lot of comments that were put on there said, hey, look, I charge my RV up by using my Ford that has that Power Plus package, which is basically an inverter, pulling the power over from the alternator and stepping up 120 volts with the power cord to the RV. Okay? My understanding was, the question was about it traveling down the road. And I'd stated, hey, here's the problem. We have a 120 volt cable from the truck going over to the trailer, okay? Now, here's the thing. I know that some of you have done it, okay? And I've seen videos on this before and everything else, but we're a school, and here is my concern, and I'm going to readdress that, and that is, of course, traveling down the road with 120 volts from the truck over to your RV, okay? Now, DOT requires that there be a breakaway, right? So we have a breakaway switch for our truck and trailer, so the brakes will shut down, but you also have a pull away when it comes to your 7-pin connector. When it comes to 120 volts, we're using male prongs. Those are not breakaway. So the problem that we may have is as we're going down the road, we're plugged into the sidewall of our truck because of the onboard generator, and we're putting in another, let's just say, outlet over here. Now, this one we can lock into place, but the male prongs is the question. Is that sufficient for a breakaway? So checking with the DOT, right, still new, they're saying, hey, it has to meet safe standards. Well, I don't know if that's met safe standards. Ford says, don't do it while traveling down the road unless you used Ford approved. Dug into that, they're just saying UL approved. So show me a cable that is male that also is a breakaway on one end, and on the other end, of course, be a lock-in. So that's the question I have. It's not that it can't be done, right? I understand, and I totally get it. It's way more convenient and everything else, but there's a difference between what's possible and what's prudent. And as a school, and also as a solar provider, right now that's a risk too far for me. Not saying it can't be done. It's just one of these things I have to think as I'm telling you, the average RVer or whomever, if you want to do this, if you want to do it yourself, absolutely. But if you're looking for someone to do that, keep that in mind. Those of you that are installers, you attach that cable there, something happens, is that on you? All right. So here's the thing. Yes, we're always coming up with ideas when it comes to making our RV travels a lot more safer. And yes, those are great, but we also always have to bounce that off of what is safe and kind of set that level there. So yes, technically you can, and if it's sitting still, right? So if you camped at a campsite and you have that generator, absolutely, right? It works to charge the batteries, keeps in there, actually just more than charge the batteries. It sends 120 volts over to run your lights and charges your batteries. It's a great deal. Traveling down the road can be done, questionable. There's the Tech Tip.
If you're enjoying what you're learning so far in this Tech Tip and you want to learn more, why don't you hop on over to the National RV Training Academy, contact your local student advisor where you can start a business, make money while traveling, and be able to help out your fellow campers. Visit nrvta.com.
All right. No BS on that one.